Namaste. Welcome, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Breathing Series. This is the 11th in a series of videos where I am guiding you through some breath awareness to help with general feeling of wellness, well-being. Expansion of breath is so important for health. And these gentle practices are just meant to heighten awareness to that. And next week, I am going to do a bit of movement of fingers, wrists, ankles, just easily accessible body parts to help to encourage more awareness of movement and breath. So yeah, good morning to you. My name is Sadhana, if you're new to my channel, and I am a yoga instructor and have been deep in my own personal sadhana and meditation practices for many years. And so it's my pleasure to share this with you. Welcome to Clevis and those of you watching in the background and the replay. Okay, so I wanted to go back to chest breathing today. And one of the things I encourage you to do when you sign off is to go and find a picture of a rib cage and the intercostal tissues between the bones of the ribs. To look at, and if you can get an anatomical diagram of the lungs themselves, and get into the anatomy of this. Now, why do I say this? Why? Because it helps with visualization. And the more dynamic your visuals are, the easier and the deeper that you can go with these practices. It really is something to get curious about the anatomy. Now, if you have ever supported anyone through end-of-life care, and often at end of life, there is, it's really quite extraordinary what happens with the breath and how breath leaves the body and how often the lungs become, it's like you drown they become filled with fluid. And I'm not saying this to alarm you. I'm saying this to heighten your awareness of what is going on with your breathing and just how important this all is. So let's get to it. Alignment first, always alignment. And remember that you can lie down for any of these practices, and the alignment is equally important when you are lying down. If you are lying down, bend your knees, bring the soles of the feet to your bed or to the floor. Gently raise your hips up, play with your pelvic tilt. And if you are in your chair, you might want to put your hands on the arms of your chair, rise up just a little bit, and shift your pelvis. Bring your shoulders over your hips. Ideally, your knees, your thighs are parallel. They're parallel. Your thighs are parallel to the floor. So if your knees are above your hips, your chair is too soft and you need to raise up your bum. And if your knees are hanging down, then you need to put books or something underneath your feet. Right? So you want to have yourself at angles here. And ideally, the hips are just slightly above the knees. We want a flow of energy going down the legs. Now, if you are seated in cross-legged position and your knees are up at your ears, you need to get something underneath your bum and relax your knees down. Okay, so we don't want to sit in a meditation cushion and have our knees up really high. So the purpose of the meditation cushion is to raise up your hips so you can begin to relax your knees. So put pillows, put yoga blocks underneath your knees. It's important that you are comfortable. So you don't go into a cross-legged position or a yoga seated asana and not take time to bring awareness to that. And if you want me to work on seated asanas, let me know, and I can go back to the yoga room. I have a lot of flip-flopping of moving equipment between rooms to do these videos, so I'm happy to do it. So just let me know if that would be of help. Shoulders over hips, chin parallel to the floor. Find the breath in the nose. Soft, gentle breathing in the nose. Ideally, the mouth is closed. And if you are congested in one side or the other, try that little trick that I suggested, and that's you take the fist to the opposite armpit. So if my if my right nostril is closed, I'm going to put my fist under my left armpit, and I'm going to press down on the lymphatic tissue with my arm, and I'm going to close the left side to gently find some freedom in the breathing in the right side. So the fist goes under the opposite armpit to the clogged nostril. It does work, but like anything, it takes practice. Okay, it's very, very windy here, and so if I lose power, I apologize. Gently breathe in the nose, close your eyes, draw the inhale breath all the way up towards the eyebrow center, and then witness the exhale going down the nose. See that inverted V shape as you breathe in and you breathe out. Soften your jaw, gently part your teeth. For those of you that are curious about my yoga training, most influential has been my Satyananda lineage. That's where my name came from. But I've trained with all kinds of fierce and gentle warriors in US and Canada. Soften the jaw. Allow the tongue to soften away from the roof of the mouth, and continue to bring awareness to your adjustments. You may need to scoot forward on your chair a little bit if you're in a chair. Okay, now close your eyes if they're not already closed, and bring your internal gaze, your internal awareness to your chest, to your, let's say, rib cage. Your rib cage has many components. There are bones on the front and the back. There's connective tissue between the bones. And there's different kinds of connective tissue between the front and back rib cage. And as you breathe in and you breathe out, all of that connective tissue is expanding and relaxing. And so rather than focus on the bones, take your mind's eye into the connective tissue, the mobility of the connective tissue. Be aware of the front of your chest and focus on the expansion of the front and the softening of the front. There's no movement in the shoulders. The shoulders are over the hips. Elongate through the neck, through the backs of the ears, chin parallel to the floor. Awareness of breath in the chest. And then go to the back. Focus on the breathing in the back rib cage. Soften your throat as well. Soft jaw, soft mouth, soft throat. And as you breathe in, Imagine that back connective tissue expanding. Your back rib cage moves toward the back of the chair, towards the back of the room, or towards the bed or the floor. And as you exhale, everything softens, relaxes, returns to neutral. Now, focusing on the back body is really important. This is where we hold grief. This is where we hold a lot of the past. Hello, Ramon. Namaste. So close your eyes. And I'm just going to talk a little bit while you focus on breathing in the back of your chest. I recommend, to deepen this awareness, to practice some variation of a child's pose. Ideally, knees are spread wide and you're collapsing, completely resting over a bolster. If that's not accessible, then you want to, if you can get onto your front in a prone position, that will work. If you can be on your side, that may work. That would work as well too. The idea here is you want to put a little bit of weight on your back so that you can observe a weighted cushion or a blanket moving as you breathe into your back. If you have a partner, you can ask your partner to place their hand on your back, and you simply breathe in and you breathe out of their hand on your back. So continue to breathe into the back of your rib cage. Again, focusing on the connective tissue. And you will likely feel this in your shoulders as well too, even though your shoulders are not moving, right? We carry a lot of tension in the shoulders. It's actually really nice doing this at a table, having your arms resting on the table. So you could practice this sitting at the kitchen table. Okay, so I'm going to shift the awareness. And we're going to expand out to the side. Okay, so you can try simultaneous, but I'll cue right, left, and then both. Okay, so focus on the right side, right rib cage. And as you breathe in, feel the expansion of the right rib cage. And as you breathe out, the softening. And that might feel a little weird, isolating just the right lung. Of course, you're still breathing in the other side, but you're just bringing awareness to the right side. And then slide on over to the other side. Focus on the left rib cage, the expansion of the left rib cage. Soften your jaw. Tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Now try this. Can you go right, left, right, left, right, left? So finish the left and then breathe right. Soften. Left. Soften. Right. Left. Very subtle awareness. And then come to the center. Find a neutral breath. Observe both sides simultaneously. And as you observe both sides simultaneously, notice which one is expanding or contracting more than the other. Which side has more freedom? So you know that if you're going to practice this on your own, that side might need a little bit more time. You can actually set a timer. It's really good. Sometimes we get lost in time, and timers are not a bad thing when you're doing these kind of practices. Okay, so now we're going to do the same with front and back. Okay, close your eyes, go into the center of your chest with your mind's eye. Realign your body, check your pelvis, shoulders over hips, chin parallel to the floor. Nice length through the body. Expand the front rib cage with the inhale and exhale. As you breathe in, expand the back rib cage. Exhale. Front. You go at your own pace. Back. Front. Back. Carry on with this pattern. And then come back to center. See if you can create the visualization of equal expansion front and back. That's hard. It's hard, isn't it? Okay. Now, it's easier if you just focus on an equidistant expansion, front, back, left, right. So take your mind's eye to the center. And as you breathe in and out, draw the breath equally in all directions. And then let that go. And gently open your eyes. Okay, so that is really powerful. And that can actually, this might sound crazy, but you might actually feel some soreness in your chest from the deepening of this awareness. Okay, this you can think about this as an exercise, right? It's exercising tissues that don't normally get much attention and awareness. Okay, so I'm going to take you now into a bit of a heart meditation. Now, one of the things I want you to understand is that there's a deep connection between the breath in the chest and the heart space, the energetic heart space. So as we are doing this, we are massaging the heart space, right? This is really good for balancing your heart chakra, for easing our heart chakra. Okay, and also know that the element of the heart chakra is air. So there's something really interesting about the connection of breath and heart. Okay, give yourself a little wiggle. And then find your way back, align the body, and go deep into your chest again. And find a spot right in the center, equidistant between left, right, front, and back. And drop right in. And see the breath expanding equally in all directions. And visualize a lake, a clear blue lake. A still, clear blue lake. Now observe the color of blue. And if any parts of your ribcage are feeling a little achy, just send some light and love to those parts. Deepen the breath awareness, nourishing it with prana. Clear, blue, still lake. In the center of this lake is an island. And you are on this island. And near the center of the island is a great tree. Walk towards the great tree. And sit down with your back to the great tree. And realign yourself, feeling fully supported by the energy of the tree. And as you breathe in to the tree and breathe with the tree on the island in the center of the blue, clear, still lake. Listen to the tree. Allow yourself to breathe with the tree. Thank the tree for supporting you and breathing with you. Feel the warmth of the ground underneath you. Thank the earth, the ground for supporting you. And listen. Listen to the tree. The tree has a message for you. And the time has come to leave the island. You can thank the tree and thank the island. Breathe into the expansiveness of the lake. And return to your physical body, to the room that you find yourself in. And be fully aware of the effects of today's practice. And then gently open your eyes and just make a few notes about your experience today. Okay? Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And if you feel that this practice resonates with or would resonate with anyone, please share these videos. I would greatly appreciate it. I am broadcasting both on my little tiny yoga channel as well as on my my tarot channel. Okay. Take good care. Namaste. You're welcome.